fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And right away, he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
The Viking ball carrier.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot. And
looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Flush to his right. Now he'll pull it down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. They'll run with a former Super Bowl hero. It's James White. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Steps away to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Pats have taken the early lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he gets it to make it 7-0 Patriots. A 10-play drive that time. And the final piece to the puzzle was the Cam Newton touchdown run. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
For the Minnesota Vikings, off to a rough start in 2020. 1-4 in the basement of the NFC North. Week 5, that was maybe the toughest loss of the season. A real heartbreaker out in Seattle, 27-20. He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings.
Complete.
Irv Smith Jr., 77 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now this throw caught left side, and they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, first down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
On first down, Newton. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. One more yard. A nice gain of 21 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it. This is Michelle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning into it.
And this is going to be intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it.
Newton's pass intercepted by the Vikings.
Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
Now left side on the swing pass, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Complete to Dalvin.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
First down, here's Cousins. He's going to sling this. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
B.C. Johnson. 42 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got... it down pat, and I just remember as a player when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. The Pats at the line, ready to go. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, Newton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. To the air again, Newton.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Newton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more on that one and another first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Newton now to throw. They dial up the screen here to Burkhead. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Play fake. Cousins. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The shotgun snap for Newton. Sideline throw. That's caught. Julian Edelman. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Second and a yard at the 24-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Newton now to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
N'Keal Harry, incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Newton to throw. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Intended for Damiere Byrd.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
17. Vikings 14.
So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we've hit halftime. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Vikings 14.
The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here comes Kirk Cousins now to lead his offense back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the 1st half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
He was taken.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
A 6-yard pickup brings up.
They run it again with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and finally out of bounds just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play there out of Cook, 75 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will make this a 4-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number. Two. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a first down throw for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And Michel will have the first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
First down, here's White. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, it's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
On first down, White. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
On second down and 4. Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Michel. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. They snap it to Newton. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. Now the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs.
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season, and that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Intercepted by the Vikings.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Cook following the penalty. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Cook, the Viking ball.
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
Simon.
Again, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Cousins finding the rookie Jefferson for a Viking 1st down.
14.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at that 18-yard line.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Foxborough.
Patriots.
It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Dan Bailey on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through.
It is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
Vikings 24. Patriots 17.
Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Cam going to bring the Patriots up now 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. To the left side and complete for Julian Edelman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. On 1st and 10, Newton.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Smith catches left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Well, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
The Viking ball carrier.
Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. On 3rd down, Cousins. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Now it's Bird on the return. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Tackled at the 20.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I put the word big in capital letters here.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Bird to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Patriots take over. Getting set to go again here, Cam Newton marches back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted.
The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
They'll take over.
Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! Kyle Rudolph, 37 yards. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown.
For the point after.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
So Newton and the Patriots down by 13.
A little over a minute to go. Field goals useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Newton flushed out right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Down at the line of
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton throwing the out route incomplete. That's White. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquise Lee, 71 yards. And the Patriots are back within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And the lead will shrink to 6. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a New England touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 3rd down, it's Cook, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Brings up 4th down.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
Irresponsible without your money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Come like a bat of the hell, I dare you to cross like a reverend. In my energy paralyzed, I'm like a finger 11. Take a second, I'm finna send it like a bear in a message. You the best, if it ain't me, then you need you a confession. You a mess, you ain't scary to me. Heard you was a leader, but that ain't apparent to me. Put dust on you like cheetah, run up there and air in the scene. I feel just like Vegeta Prince and I'm an heir to the seat. I mean, for real. Touch the driver's sauce so I don't even grab the wheel. That's on my chest, but it don't mean the man is stealing. Mean I'm walking with some money, man, I mean a couple mil. Ew, think you need a meal. You ain't even eating while I'm feasting in the field. That's why I'm always cheesing, cause I feel like Uncle Phil. And all those losers think the freshman ain't half the man as well. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hand on the clock. Are you irresponsible without your money or not? Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot. And then we spin the block around just like the hands on the clock. Just like the hands on the clock, I go back to back when I'm doing numbers. All the mad that I'm driving the bus, so they threw me under. Heard they mad, they don't wanna bust, so they boo each other. Think that they're the winning team, go losing, then they choose another. And that's okay, cause I'm competing with me, not you. I live with blessings like I can't stop sneezing, not you. I hate to break it, but me and myself top 2. I blow away the competition like a bowl of hot soup. And there's no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB. I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 4-4-4 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you went first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma grow that cash to my money. You know what? Let me stop.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, this is Madden NFL 21. Vikings versus Cam Newton and the New England Patriots.
Well, later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle
with Cam Newton and the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors.
And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And right away, he lost. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but, Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us. But I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Pulled in at the 24. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Return team. Can't do that.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Now Newton. This is White on the screen. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down, Patriots.
Newton on 1st down. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
It's a gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
The 42-yard line.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. On the ground is Michel. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word, going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Out of the gun, Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It leads to...
Well, they get man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I spotted man coverage on the outside, and I expect we'll see a lot of that from this defense as this game moves on. And that was a good job there, as that one was knocked away.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
At their own...
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
That'll be complete to Cook. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Cousins now. He fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At the 20.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A quick throw finding Lee out wide. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
And, Bran, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. And they will run it with Michelle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Michelle, boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
One word comes to mind to me after that last play, and that's alert. That defense took a chance guessing the snap count, and they were so right. Got a great push up front, and that forces 4th and goal.
On 4th down, Newton. Flush to his right. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. As he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Cook, and he is going to get the 1st down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the All-Pro, Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Newton now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
The pass. Fumble on the play.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's White. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Newton. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 10 more there and another 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Newton. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
From the gun, Newton escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Vikings, nothing.
So it's our first offensive points of the game so far, and it gives us a very rare scoreline. We don't see this one often, 5-0.
Yeah, it's been sort of a weird one to this point, hasn't it? But hey, in this league, you take points any way you can get them.
Well, he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. Bottom line, he's got to figure things out. He's completed 3 passes, but 2 of them have been to the wrong team so far.
And when we talk about the best quarterbacks, we're usually talking about touchdown to interception ratio, aren't we? And 2 to 1 is acceptable, but the top line guys, 3 to 1 or better is what they're.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. 82 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch. Take it to the house. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brings up 2nd.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv, and you run into a tough crowd.
11 yards there, 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Newton. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Matt Lacoste, there. And it's 3rd down.
Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again is Newton. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he survived it.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Another Vikings first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins eluding the pressure right, able to shake him off. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there.
And now it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
And this ball is caught by Irv Smith. Touchdown, Vikings.
Irv Smith Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
Dan Bailey.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
First down, Patriots.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So we come upon halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Patriots 5. Dan Bailey to kick
The
off.
Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. The sets at the line, ready to go. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On 2nd and 9, Newton. He'll drop it underneath to White, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Complete to James White. A gain of
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he goes out right around the 39. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Newton. Wide open, Julian Edelman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
New England.
And finding Edelman underneath, that's a recipe for success.
Typical route for a good slot receiver, and Edelman's one of the best in the game. Knows how to go inside what one of my college coaches used to call the briar patch. Got to go in there where it's tough and make those tough catches. And not only can he do it, he can often run away from people after the catch.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. He's got LaCosse as tight end. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. A play fake to Michelle. Now Newton.
Can't find it. He lost the football. It's out. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Cook with the 1st down, much more. And he takes it all the way down to the 22.
Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Cousins on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line.
Short of the goal line.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A couple extra tight ends are in. 3rd and goal from the 1.
And they'll under full try and push the pile. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Patrick Chung. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
On 1st down, Newton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Here's another failure right there.
It's now
the Patriots send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away.
the Patriots.
And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
At the 47-yard line.
The Patriots ready to try again on offense.
And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton looking deep downfield. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And these guys are going to hand the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Following the interception, Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just start right out the clock and get a win. As many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So a decent game, all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A run there with Cook on 1st down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
He's brought down at the 31.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go. They'll take over.
So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. Now following the interception, here's Newton. He's going to try it. And got his man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain of right around 35 yards on a play that started back inside their 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
New England.
Newton on 1st down. going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Newton. He's going to look deep for Edelman. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Throwing is Newton. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the ball is out. Michelle lost it. And this belongs to the Vikings.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. John Simon. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Cousins here to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's got this down to the 35. Another 18-yard gain. They had 18 on the previous snap as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Smith catches left side. And he's got another 1st first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Cousins again. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Again, it's Cousins. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And unable to connect. It's incomplete.
Patriots.
And the clock stopped at 8 seconds.
Kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last throw here for Newton. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow. And for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one.